Okay, let's see if my views are going to be building. You know what? This is not about views. You're all welcome. And it's a pleasure to be here today with you, with the lovely people of Guyana, the lovely voters of Guyana, the people who will make Guyana safe again. To all you lovely people, all Guyanese, every corner of that beautiful country, to you, I bid you welcome. If you had an misfortune rather, in your life, I empathize. You're celebrating a birth anniversary, congratulations. If you finally manage to get rid of that loser that's wasting your time, be it a friend, a lover, an employee, or even win Azruddin Mohammed or Aubrey Norton, if you finally manage to get rid of those burdens, those heavy weight that has been keeping you down, be it emotionally, socially, if you finally manage to let go, release, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Onward you go. The less weight you carry, the further life takes you. So all them baggages that you know that you can live without, some you have to burn, bury, get rid of it. Because you need to be able to move freely into the future of these coming weeks with nothing weighing down on your mind. Indecisiveness. The decision is clear. You know exactly what you need to do. And what you need to do is do for your country once in your lifetime what you know your country deserves. And what your country deserves right now is for you to block all negativity, to block all the stray signals, to block all the spam messages and spam people, all of that, all the malware, all the trash. You need to block it. Then you can see clearly. Then your operating system can operate smoothly, without glitches, without hindrances, and you can move on and have a blessed life after September 1st. You see, because, let me say this. I tell a lot of men, let's have a conversation. Let the doctor talk to you. Let the professor talk to you. Talk with you, not to you. Let's have a conversation. I tell men, when a lot of them are bragging and they're boasting and who they went with, who they this, who they that, which woman they this, which woman they that. But when it comes down to reality, and these men must be honest, they count the cost as to how much it cost them to have a 5 minutes sample of the woman's vagina that they're boasting about, that they own. And I tell them, one of the things that I, as a man, pride myself for throughout my life, it has nothing to do with looks, intelligence, nothing to do with that. Because as we age, we evolve. Everything about us changes. So it's not about what you look like now, because in 10 years, in 20 years, your looks must be consistent with your character, your personality. So I tell them, in my life, what I pride myself on is that I never knowingly had to pay cash to a female to solicit sex from that female, or to perform the act of sex with that female. I tell them, in all my life, I have never paid for pussy. Never. Every woman I've copulated with, I've had sex with, made love to, fucked, every single one of them voluntarily. They wanted as much as I did, but never no exchange of money, never on the basis of money, ever. I never bought pussy. And because that never happened, it never will. It didn't start then, it wouldn't start now. Some don't believe. It's not possible. I said, yeah, it's possible. The reason for that is because I've had two father figures that stood beside me. The Afro father and the Indo father. I had an Indian father and a Negro father. Both men cultured me a certain way. And they said, oh, this is in the way. Okay, I didn't notice that. I apologize. I didn't notice this. Give me a second. Is it still there? Okay. Forgive me for that. You see why you need technical people around? Anyway, what they told me, it says, anytime you have to pay for pussy, you're ugly. Not just ugly, you're unfortunate. You're a loser. Women would never have respect for you. Never. Because you see, most women want the man that she can't have. And if you're willing to pay, it means she can have you. She wouldn't place a value on you, because she could buy your dick with your money. That's what it is. She's buying your penis with your money. And you think you're buying pussy. So they said no. Anytime you are in a position where you think you need to pass money to have sex with a particular female, they tell me then, move the fuck on. She would have absolutely no respect for you. You want her, she doesn't want you. That's why you're paying. You pay her, there's no connection there. No emotions, it's business. She can tell you after that, go fuck yourself. But when it's voluntarily, the most expensive pussy that you can get and taste is one that's free and offers herself to you because she thinks you are worth it. You are worth it. She wants you inside of her because she sized you up and is convinced that he deserves it. I want that male inside of me because that male is alpha male. She makes a conscious decision, and that she will never forget. But if you're running after, you like, give me the pussy, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. She's a bitch. She'll just take your money and give you some bitchy pussy. There's nothing there, nothing. Bitches sell pussy. Sluts fuck for money. Virgins, decent girls, well-raised, well-bred girls, women, females, never put a price on their pussy. The price is in what they see before them. The value of the man, the quality of the man. And I'm not talking drunken pussy. I ain't talking pussy from the club. I'm not talking they're drugged and they're high, they're fucked. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking conscious pussy. Conscious. Sober pussy. Women who know exactly what they're about to do. They thought about it. They want to do it. That kind of pussy. If you get it for free, hold it. That's blessed pussy. That's the best you can find. But if you pay for it, it ain't real. Better go with a condom. Why I'm saying that to you? Life in general is the same. Your vote is like a woman's vagina. Yeah. You never saw it that way, did you? Well, you see, when you have a PhD in philosophy, you are a philosopher. You were taught how to think, not what to think, how to conceptualize ideas, how to pull it out of thin air, how to make stuff out of nothing. You become a god, godlike. I'm a philosopher. So if I'm bringing these thoughts to you, it means that's what I do best. So your vote is like a woman's vagina. Yes. You know the power of the vagina, right? Men kill for that. Even if they're paying for it, they still kill for that. The vagina destroys civilization, destroy countries. Men go to war, lose their jobs, kill themselves for the pussy. That is how powerful that vagina is. This is why I said, if you are fortunate for a woman to offer that most precious gift to you without the exchange of gifts and money, you are invincible. You are a man beyond. And if that happens to you, you better be straight. You can't be no fucking homo or no bisexual, none of that shit. And women are giving you the pussy for free. You better be fucking straight. Because real men get those opportunities. Your vote is as valuable, precious, awesome, magnificent. Your vote changes constitution, ends war, begins war, appoints presidents, kings, passes law. That is the power of your vote. If you find yourself in a position where you have to trade that power, that vote, for something, and to be more specific, if you find yourself in a position where you have to sell your vote for some Trump change, you are not a real person. No, you are not a real person. You see, things that can be bought, things that can be purchased, has no real value attached to it. No real value. Like I said, if you buy a pussy, that pussy has no value. You are a loser and the pussy has no value. If you have to sell your vote, you have no value. And your vote is useless. Because the person who's buying your vote is buying your soul, your power, that special thing that makes you who you are. Because without the opportunity to sell your vote, a candidate has to be approved based on your standard. That's the power you have. Your standard. You decide who you approve. The same way, if a woman says, Dr. Love, I want you to fuck me because I want to fuck you. If she says that, it meant she approved of me. And nobody can come and persuade her to say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? That guy, she's like, I approve of him. You're not me. You don't know what makes me happy. You don't know how I'm thinking. You don't know what my being represents. You have no idea. I must know what I am. And if I say I approve of that guy, I know what I'm doing. So, politics, candidates must appeal to your inner self. Your inner self is your soul, your consciousness. The candidates must appeal to that aspect of who you are. The body, soul, and spirit, yeah, well, the soul is where the candidate has to appeal to. And whatever party you embrace, I wouldn't judge you. I wouldn't judge you. My soul approves of the People's Progressive Party because I've said on many occasions why. Now that's my soul. I consider myself an awakened, an Illuminati, an illuminated mind, a free individual. I consider myself there. So based on that consciousness, I've examined all the others and said, no, from my humble beginnings, I've always stood with Chetty. I'm a Juggernaut, PPP. That's it. I've given this explanation like 100 times. Good. Nobody. And I volunteered that. I've given it for free. Nobody from nowhere, absolutely none, under no circumstance, can convince me to support another party. Nobody. And no one can buy or think they can buy my vote. Nobody. For no price. Under no circumstance. Because I offered that soul's choice because it's the best I am impressed about. So I'm extending that impression via my podcast, my broadcasts, to persons out there who may be of a like-mindedness. But I understand that not everybody will have a similar taste like I do. People have different taste. I am not in your shoe. I can't tell you what tastes good for you and no, I know what tastes good for me. So I can recommend and suggest that, hey, you should try this cake because I like the taste. So if it happens that I tell you to try this cake and you find it delicious, well, I'm not alone. Maybe we have a similar upbringing, a similar taste bud design. But I wouldn't force it on you. I wouldn't judge you to say that you're a bad person because you don't like the taste that I have. You're not in my mouth. You can't know what tastes good to me. But if I'm happy eating cake, you can judge me from that. To say, hey, maybe there is something special about this cake because he's happy, he's calm, he's humble. I should try this cake to see what it is about this cake that's causing this guy to be that always happy and always. I mean, I'm not always happy. I'm just making a point here. Don't get it twisted. I'm always angry. Oh boy. Anyway, on that basis, you try the cake and you realize, hey, I'm also happy. I can keep eating this. So in the same way, if you are so out of it, distracted, idled, you have no foundation, no sense of direction, you live a wild jungle mentality lifestyle, nobody gives a shit, and you are there just roaming around looking for the highest bidder, looking for the best offer, people like you would live your life like a fowl without its head. You chop off the head and you leave it to run about the place. It runs in circles and circles until it's out of blood and out of direction, and it falls right there. Homeless. No destiny. So when you are easy and you think, or the candidate think, that they can approach you and offer you some money and make you donate your soul for some Trump change that you can go and buy some stuff with at the supermarket and it's finished. If that's the value of your soul, they might as well allow the convicts to come out of prison and vote because their soul has a higher price. When you sell your vote, you are worse than convicted criminals. You're worst. And the person who buys your vote, that's the devil. Yes. Am I saying that Azruddin Mohammed is the devil? I'm saying the devil occupies him. So the ideas that he would have, that he can go around the place and preying on the poor people that he designate as poor and offer them 10,000 Ghana dollars or 20,000 Ghana dollars or 50,000 Ghana dollars to buy their votes. Those are things that the devil does. The devil needs your soul, and he knows he can't get it for free. So he puts a price on it. He decides how much it's worth. So Azruddin Mohammed allegedly decides how much your vote is worth, and your vote is connected to your soul. When you sell him your vote, you are an easy target for criminal activities. Easy target. It's the same way like when men and men go together. Yeah. When men and men commit the act of buggery, one is buying one of them's soul. The one who is giving is the one buying the receiver's soul. That's how you buy soul. Anal. When men are buggering other men, the one who's doing the buggery, like putting his dick in that nasty hole, he is buying the soul of the other one. That's how you dominate. Let me break it down. The sperm of a man is the currency. The womb of the woman is the world, the universe. Everything happens in that womb. But without the price of the sperm, conception of a soul cannot take place. When a man ejaculates in a woman's vagina, he is depositing a payment to buy the soul. Hence, you have children. And they're connected to who? The father. So the man's sperm, when he released that sperm in another man's anus, he is buying the soul of that man. So you find, and I'm saying this because I want to alert your consciousness so you can start observing what I'm saying. Pay attention to homosexuals, bi or straight or whatever, bisexual or full out. Pay attention to them. Their lives, their daily lives are filled with obstacles, challenges, negativity, disaster. There is never a time when they can be calm and composed. The same happens with lesbians. The two group of people that live miserably all their lives are gays and lesbians. Miserably. Straight men, straight women, no. Whatever challenges come their way, quickly overcome. They're more easy to be blessed and prosper than homosexuals, bisexuals, and lesbians. Always the depressed group. Pay attention to it. Look around you. Observe. Talk to them. And you'll get more. Well, in my line of study, I have to cover all of these issues, these topics and stuff. So I'm just putting a little bit here, a little bit there, because I want you to understand that who controls your soul controls you. Yes. So when you sell your vote, the man who buys your vote buys your soul and he controls you. Even if nothing comes out of it, meaning he doesn't make it to the parliament, the fact that you took money for your vote, you are his for the rest of your life. And if you think poverty is the end, no, it's not. You can still recover from poverty. But when you are a soulless person, the only recovery you have is death. Again, look at all the people who engage in high crime, robbery under arms, gangs this and gangs that. Look at all the young men. Most of them, if not all of them, engage in homosexual activities, if not all of them. You see where the end comes? Shot by the police, shot by somebody, in jail or suicide. That's the end that reaches them. I'm giving you things to think about. You have relatives, family members who you know are bisexual or homosexual. Look at their lifestyle compared to the family members that are straight. Pay attention to it. Your soul is a very, very important part of your being. It's body, soul, and spirit. What is between is your soul. That's what controls you. That's your nervous system, your soul. In between, that brings your body and your spirit together, the soul. When you sell that soul, all you have is body and spirit. You're numb. You feel nothing. You have no sympathy, empathy, nothing. You're numb. You're totally numb. You want to feel like you are alive. So people like that, what do? Drugs, alcohol, nightlife. They have to be constantly busy around people. They can never be alone. They have to have some alcohol, some drugs, some stimulant. They always have to be engaged in some activity that is dangerous, life-threatening, or threaten the lives of other people. Because they have no soul. They have no soul. They can't sleep at night. They walk all night. Look at what they all have in common. Look at what they have in common. They're bisexual, men and men, lesbians, or homosexual. When you sell your vote and you are a man and you consider yourself a straight individual, meaning you like women, and still you can be so easily persuaded to bargain with, to sell your vote, you might as well just cut the crap and stop pretending and go fulfill your destiny by being a bisexual or a fucking homo. Because selling your vote is the same like having a man climb on your back. Yes. So if Azruddin Mohammed knows that you lowlifes are bisexual and you men that are running around his camp, you're secret buggers, or you're engaging in secret buggery, you think you can hide it. We know that that's what you do. Because if you can sell your vote, it means that you are also, I don't know the street name they call these things, but the right word would be buggery. Okay, when men and men anal penetration is called buggery. Ain't sex. Homosexuals don't have sex. Sex happens with a man and a woman. To have sex, not have sex, to engage in the act of sex, you need a penis and a vagina. The penis erect goes in the vagina a few times and the man ejaculates. That's the definition of sex. But penis in a man's shithole, it's not sex. It's called buggery, according to the dictionary. Okay? Hence, you get the word body. Yeah, my body. Don't you know that? When somebody say, hey, that's my body, it means that, yeah, that's buggery. That he's the one that buggers you. He's your body. We use this thing as normal terms. Hey, my body. No. It started amongst the community to identify themselves way back. So the word body simply means another man referring to a man as his body because that man is the one who buggers him. We say shit and we don't know where they came from. Just like those guys who walking around sagging their pants below their waist. What do you think it means? You're a fucking homo. Yeah. Do you see women doing that? Some of them do. They show their boobs out, their tits. Means they're prostitutes. But if you can walk around and drop your pants and sag your pants, you're telling those bodies you're in for some budding. That's their invitation. So they come and they socialize with you. I'm trying to establish here the seriousness in selling your votes. Azruddin Mohammed is saving his own ass. The more souls he can buy, the more the devil will help him, because he's trading his freedom for your soul. And when I say his freedom, he don't want to pay those taxes because he's a thief, he's a robber, he's a criminal, a greedy, selfish, coolie criminal. So he needs your soul to get him off the hook. And further, do you know when these billionaires, I mean self-designated billionaires, everything for them is an investment, right? They don't give anything away. Everything is an investment. They need a return on that investment. So when it comes to these kinds of stuff, those money must be ritualized. You're talking about ritual? He's one of the persons who ran down at the Doubleday Hotel and talk about ritual killing. Now you get real ritual. He has to pass his money through the Obia rituals. Anoint the money. Get the devil to bless it. In other words, curse it. Because the devil don't bless. Get the devil to curse it. So when you, stupid, dumb Negro, sell your soul to that businessman for money, the money you are receiving is money that the devil would have cursed. So when you receive that money, you're making a contract. You are signing and confirming to the contract that you have exchanged your soul for that money. And you better believe it. There is nothing you can do to reverse it. You collect the money, you spend the money, the deal is done. You have to get up as he ordered and go out and vote. And when you put your X on win, it's done. It's over for you. It's over. You are officially a zombie. Officially a zombie. So anything happens after that, you can be a criminal, end up in jail, dead, whatever, because you have no soul. So I'm saying, if you have some secret desire as a man to engage in buggery activities with other men, instead of selling your soul via selling your vote to Azruddin Mohammed, do yourself a favor. Go and have some guy jump on your back and get it over with. It won't be as worse as selling your soul for money. At least you can fulfill a fantasy you have as a low down or down low, gay ho, whatever. I am warning you now. That's what constitutes selling of your soul. When you sell your vote, you're selling your soul. When you sell your soul, you're an outcast. You're no longer a human. You're a zombie. You can die anytime. It's a matter of fact. You heard how the president warned Guyanese, the vice president, to say that if you associate with this criminal, you will become a criminal. And therein nobody wants to do business with you. You see, they warned you for months. The president at one point wanted to cry. Oh, you think when he's screaming on the pulpit, you think when he's you think that is him being funny? No, Ali is not funny. I'm funny. And I know I'm not funny. Ali is not funny. When you see President Ali on the podium, campaign platform, and he's shouting and screaming, it's not him being funny. You know, like when he say, up, up, up. Mm-mm. The president ain't fucking funny. He is holding back the tears. Holding back the tears. Because when the man thinks about what Azruddin has done to the Guyanese people and how he is misleading, fooling, lying to them, not them, that small group, it hurts the man. I mean, Ali is a church guy. He's religious. He hasn't sold his soul. So he feels for people. But you know, he has to show this toughness. He has to show this kind of strong man. So instead of crying, he screams. He screams at the top of his voice and sell that as being preaching. No, he fucking preaching. He's trying to not to cry. Now, why is he avoiding or trying to fight the tears? It's because when he sees that after all his government has done and is doing to bring the Guyanese people to a certain level, I said they were the third class. He has done everything possible to bring them up to second class. There's still those within the within that is glued to their damaged couches in their house. They purposely go to bed at nights not to get out of bed the next day. And then they wait around for somebody like Azruddin to come and offer them a $5,000, $10,000 to lie about how life is hard. When the president knows that it's not true. He knows, and we all do. So when he's there and he's saying, Guyanese, what is wrong with you? Haven't I done enough? I only had 5 years, and 3 actually. Haven't we done enough together? Haven't we tried to better the situation? How many times have I left the country? How many times have I gone on vacation? As president, Ali would be saying, and should be saying, let me rephrase that, let me reverse that, let me say this now directly. Let me round off this part. If you sell your vote, as we see you're doing, some of you are doing that, you are a fucking lowlife. You're a scum. Okay? You're a piece of shit. You're poop. You should live in the latrine, in a dog pen. You're an animal. You sell your vote to Azruddin, you're a fucking animal. Okay? And you should be treated like a street rat. He's just like you. So I understand that. Yes, take all the suits off of him, put him in a normal shirt and a jeans, and loose him in the ghetto. You will never know the difference. Never know the difference. Because Azruddin looks like them coolie from the ghetto. There's nothing refined about him. Nothing, nothing, nothing. He looks like what's her name? Odessa, no? His black lover. Looks like her. They look like a couple. They look like each other. There's nothing refined, nothing polished about the guy. Only the money and the clothes and the cars, that's it. But you take him out of that, he's like, the difference is, you put Jagdi in the ghetto, you know, hey, you don't belong here. You got to leave. You put Irfan, even at the entrance to the ghetto, they will say, hey, buddy, where you going? No, 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 no. You don't belong here. You got to go. But Azruddin, he's welcome. Now, so you sell your vote to Azruddin and you're a fucking idiot. Let's go back to President Ali. That's one president that I am aware of in this time that has never went on vacation. I'm not aware of it. The vacation that he may have is holidays when everybody has their holidays. Christmas, Pagwa, Diwali, his birthday, his wife's Valentine, whatever. And we all have the same holidays. But to say that the president decided to say, I'll take a break for a month or a weekend. I'll just go to some country as a holiday with my family and my kids. Never. I'm not aware of it. The only president. And he is not sanctioned. He can go any part of the world. All the countries he's been, it's official presidential state visits. Working, that's business. No pleasure. So you tell me this. The average Guyanese has weekends off. And if you work for the government, summer is coming up. You have the whole summer off. Easter, summer, Christmas. But the president never takes vacation. That billionaire that you talk about there, how many vacations he's had? Well, he can't leave the country, so I get it. But how many times haven't you seen him on his jet skis and going with these Brazilian or Venezuelan, whoever? Irfan, to my knowledge, never took vacation. And it's not practical. Why would you want to treat your president that way? Why? Why can't he have a break? He has a vice president, right? He has a prime minister. He has a cabinet. But why is it that he feels the need to have to be on the job 24/7 from the time he's sworn in to now? A man who don't drink or smoke, where does he get the extra energy from to keep up? How much sleep does he get? When does he get the time to spend with his children and his wife? Because I can tell you something. Only if you are a man you would understand. When you are up and about from 3 a.m. to 12 p.m., you have some dick issues. Yes, you have issues with your fucking dick. Your penis is like, hey, protest. No, 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 no. You are stressing this body out. Do you expect me to function? Take a few days and rest. The fuck, sleep. Then you can wake me up. But if you're keeping me up all the time and you still want to have some, no, I can't help you out here. When men are constantly on the go like that, it affects that man's sex life. And his wife will complain. We don't know what happens in the president's bedroom. But as a man, I can tell you, I'm not as busy as he is, because I'm concerned about my dick. I'm very concerned about it. It better be up every day before me. That's what wakes me up. 3 a.m. every day, 3 a.m. The dick is up first. Hey, gotta go piss. If that don't happen, I'm worried. I didn't get enough sleep. What did I eat the day before? I did not drink enough water. Yes, those are questions. Imagine the president that is ungrateful. Azruddin's followers, PNC hooligans, continue to abuse that man about how he doesn't care about Guyanese or Afro-Guyanese. When they get their full night's rest, and he doesn't. They go on their vacation, he doesn't. It's not fair, is it? Listen, Aubrey Norton said that if there's any rigging, and his people have been pushing that on social media, Benchcop, Smelly Smell, Burke, all these people, that the PPP will rig. That's what they're saying. They said it, they're always saying that. But even so now, They want the oil money. So they're building people up now to say, hey, we're going to war because the government is going to rig. And we can't have that. We're not going to accept defeat. So he came out, you heard the other day, and he said, if the PPP will rig, whatever happens after that, it's on Ali. He is already projecting that the PPP will rig because he read the writings on the wall, and the writings on the wall said the PPP will win. So he is like, fuck no. They have to rig to win. So he's now pushing that. They're going to rig. They're going to rig. Even though his own boss, the devil, told him that they're going to win. He's like, I have to tell the people they're going to rig to win. So when they win, is that they rig. And if they rig, we go into war. That's what he's pushing. Now, I have said, don't take it lightly. Believe what he's saying. I've said this to our people. Believe everything Norton is saying. So don't wait for the war to start. Be proactive. Get all your stuff together. Prepare yourself for whatever he's bringing. So when they're coming to you, assume that they're coming to harm you. So you attack before they do. You carry the attack. Always on the offense. Don't wait for them to strike you, then to say, oh shit, they struck me. No. You strike first. Because he's saying it. And to confirm what he's saying, he and his side chick, Amanza Walton, I don't know how the heck he got her. I mean, she's pretty. Look at him. Look at him. I don't know how that works. Anyway, he and his side chick that broke up the other day decide to come together on this matter. They ain't signing no ERC accord. No. They ain't signing it. Now, why would the man who's pushing for violence refuse to sign the ERC agreement that says no violence? He don't want to subscribe to no violence. He want to leave his options open. After all, the PPP plan to rig. So if the PPP plan to rig, and I signed this thing to say that we ain't going to fight, it means I can't fight. Because I signed. But if I don't sign, and they win, I can let the dogs out. Oof. Because I didn't sign. And the side chick, well, I'll stand by my ugly man. If he's signing, I ain't signing. And she's supposed to be different, huh? She's supposed to be the one who stepped out of the PNC because they're corrupt. Forward Guyana refused to sign the ERC accord because suddenly they don't trust the ERC. Imagine that. Imagine that. Are you kidding me? They were the ones calling for the ERC to sanction me. When the ERC can deliver their talking points, like the ERC did not come out and condemn the burning of Doubleday Hotel and the attack on the Indians. Oh, they didn't condemn that. The PNC loved them. But because the ERC decided to say, hey, no, we don't want any violence, no racial thing, none of that stuff, and you want all the parties to subscribe to this, they don't like the ERC. No, man, ERC, what are you doing? Oh, because you have an Indian man at the top. This guy hack. Oh, he's an Indian man in top, so he don't like black people, so therefore he wants the black party to come and sign this accord so they wouldn't hurt Indians. And they signed. This is the Norton guy that wants you to trust him. He's a man of peace, but he didn't sign the deal. Oh, he did sign. Wynn signed. So that their thugs are not going to engage in violence. So they sign. Imagine that. The little guy that is working for Norton signed, but Norton didn't, nor his side chick. How the heck did he get her? I mean, shit. Some women have no conscience, man. I mean, come on, Amanza? Norton? Oh, shit. So look, believe everything he says. All the threats, believe it. I invited Norton to join the church, become a Bible-believing person, become a Muslim, a Hindu, whatever, but get close to your God. Forget the devil. Give up Satan. I invited him to do that. I said if he had done it, I would no longer call him ugly or cuss him. But I realized that you can't bargain with evil. Evil is evil. You can't bargain with evil. He sold his soul a long time. A long time. Look who he has in his camp. Monrepo. Anyway. Like I said, those kinds of people, they already sell their soul hundreds of times. So they're soulless people. You have them around you, you're cursed. Nothing good happens. Only negative energies. The people of Guyana, the PNC, the executive of the PNC are evil people. The people that they're hiring to work with them, all these other parties, these 5 other parties, they're evil. They are a cult. Azruddin Mohammed is the financier of that cult because he robbed you, the taxpayers, billions and billions of dollars. And you have to give your government the power and give your government the opportunity to collect your money. But how can they get that if you don't give them the majority in the parliament? Give your government the majority of seats in the parliament. Do you have any idea how great Guyana can be if the PPP has 40 seats in the parliament? You have any idea? All the laws will be passed. You would have zero crime. I wouldn't have to be Home Affairs Minister to end it. The laws will be there to be enforced because the government would have no stumbling block in the parliament. They can pass legislations and laws, and they can get Mohammed the very first month of Ali's second term. You have to deliver a massive victory to the PPP. You have to. You see what the guy is doing? You have the American ambassador pleading. They're trying to involve that woman into all kinds of nonsense about election interference. You think America give a shit? They have their own troubles. They have their own worries. They are concerned about the Guyanese people, their safety and security, and they want American businesses, American companies to continue to invest in the future of Guyana's economy and Guyana. But they won't allow continue that when you are supporting criminal activities and crime. Do you want to go back to the days of the 80s and the Barnum time? Do you want those days to come back? Don't you want the day to come when the Guyanese dollar would be 20 Guyana dollars to $1 or 10 Guyana dollars to $1? Don't you want those days to come? Yes, it can come in Ali's second term. without these hindrances in the parliament. You need your money from Azruddin Mohammed. Now he has his sister begging for him. What kind of a real man is that? That calls his sister to the fight. Stand the fuck up on your own. You want to be president, but your sister got to come talk for you. I mean, he's lucky that she can babble. I guess, women, it doesn't matter. Women can talk. She seemed to have a head on her shoulder. Somebody had to be talking in the family, and I realized that she was the one. But he get to be the billionaire, and she's not. She should have been the billionaire, because he's a dumbass. She seemed to be the one with the mouth and the brain that functions, but she's not the billionaire. He is. How does that work? Okay, it's the family that don't give a shit about the daughter, even though the son is a stupid ass, a dumb fool. Daddy's like, hey, he's my boy. I don't care how much of an idiot he is. Pass the wealth to the son. But that's unfair, because his sister has a head on her shoulder. She knows how to use her mouth. I meant to speak. He's calling on his sister to speak for him. And the blacks who support him, they like that. What kind of a real man turned to a woman to stand up for him? Who defends the family? Or the sister does. And now the ghetto, with his deviled, cursed money. She's not sanctioned. But anybody associated with him is affected. And GCOM, they are already saying that you are corrupt. The PNC is already saying that you are bad and you can't be trusted. You hear the PNC wants war. They want civil unrest. The first thing you did, GCOM, is that you allowed Azruddin Mohammed to register. You gave him clearance. Now, the second thing that you have done is that you accepted, gave him permission to sign the accord with the ERC. How the fuck would the ERC allow Azruddin's party to join in that memorandum? How? What kind of a nonsense? They're all making mistakes. This guy is indispensable. He is the real mob boss. He is the real gangster. Nobody can stop him. And now he is giving out money in front of the camera. And GCOM is silent on that. That's illegal in every country. You can't distribute money like that close to the elections. You're buying votes. You can't do that. It's illegal in every country. But in Guyana, he gets away with it. He gets away with stealing 11 billion. He gets away with fraud. He gets away with attempt to cover up a abuse case. He gets away with practically everything. He might be the one to rig the fucking elections and win. And he might get away with that. GCOM, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have so much grounds to dismiss this guy, to disqualify him, so much of things he's doing, and you still turn a blind eye. And now you have his sister delivering at some press conference about her disdain for positions on the ERC stuff and blaming the PPP for coming after her corrupt brother and all these kinds of stuff. You have given him this kind of platform and power. Now he is relevant because of you, GCOM. Well, jagged you and Ali to some extent, because you should have locked this guy ass up since he was caught stealing. You didn't. Look what happened. As a result of you taking things for granted, look where he is now. Look where he is. Eventually, he might get into the parliament. And when he gets into the parliament, you're all fucked. You're all fucked. I want no association with the Guyana government. If Azruddin gets in the parliament, I'm going to stay with the PPP as a party, but not Ali as a government. If you allow Azruddin to get in the parliament, President Ali, I am not supporting your government in the next term. I will stand by the party. That's what I do. Because the party has no jurisdiction over that. The government does. And if your government has done nothing to stop this guy and allow him to get into the parliament, and you all would face the consequences for that, I want no part of it. None. That's my position. Some of you may say, so what? Well, we'll see, so what? We'll see. We shall see. So what? Let them continue. Let them get in the parliament. And we'll see. I'm saying now, guilty by association. Because when they're coming after him, the whole parliament will go down with him. With him. They're warning you. You're not listening. You understand there's some numbnuts out there that wouldn't take your advice because they hate you as a government. So they might very well go out and vote for Azruddin. You can't prevent that. But what you could have prevented is him getting so far to think he can register a political party, pay the fees, You see the hypocrisy? He had to pay a fee to register that party, had to pay a fee. Isn't that his money? Isn't that doing business with him? How is it that GCOM is not sanctioned? They accepted his money. Which bank did he have to deposit the money for to get a part of it, to register and all this kind of stuff? Which bank? They accepted his money. The deeds and registry, everybody, whoever accepted his money. You see where the mistake began? Now he signed on the ERC agreement, whatever, and his sister has the balls to come out on your platform and cuss you. Look how far one mistake migrated to become this big, that the American ambassador is bothered to comment. Look how far. Because you as a government refused, or for whatever reason, did not act to stop it. And GCOM allowed it. Make Guyana great again. This is Dr. Love Prasad saying, contact me on the numbers I've given. If you would like to be a part of, what is the number again? Yeah, check my other videos. The numbers are there. You can add it to your WhatsApp. You can text me and you can support. Do what you can for your country. In September, show Guyana that you love your country and vote for the PPP. I'm not ordering you to do it. I'm advising you. It's the best thing you can do for your country. Until next time, goodbye now.